Hey guys, it's Alex from Alex's Creative Corner here, and this is part 2 out of 3 for Mini Sunny's tutorial. When starting this, you should have already made, in part 1, the head, neck, and sail that goes along the back, the front legs, the wings, and the back legs. All the legs should be like symmetrical like this. And in this part, this video, we're going to be making the body. So I'll show you what I did here. Sorry, the camera's shaking. So what you want to do is, starting at the bottom, in the middle, go down once with a double looped gold, then on this side once with a double looped gold, and then here with two. Now we're going 2 golds at a time, diagonally there, and then go up once. Here, go up twice. Then on both sides, go diagonally inwards, and then go all the way down on both sides with 2 golds at a time, and then in the middle, go all the way down with 2 oranges at a time. That would be, I think, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 times with orange. Now we're going to double loop all of your holding bands. So here to there, double loop gold, there, 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 there. And then on these two, you don't have to, but to make it tighter, you can do, instead of like a double loop, do like a triple loop. Just do it around 3 times, so it's like tighter. But if it like might snap for you, then just do a double loop. So now we're gonna start attaching things on. What you're gonna want to have an extra helping hook, or just like a toothpick, or a pencil, or a crochet hook, or something like that. Cause you'll see what we need it for. So grab your headpiece. We're gonna attach on the end, the gold end. Make sure you're not attaching on a part of the sail, because we're not putting that on yet. Take off that tying band and attach this 4 loops onto that peg. I'm gonna do the middle set. Take off the tying band and put all 4 loops onto that middle peg. And then the last set, take off the tying band and attach it onto this peg. Now, make sure you have your toothpick, helping hook, something like that, pencil in handy, or you have it. You're going to use it. I'm just using a hook. Lift up the top 2 loops from this peg. I'm going to zoom in. Lift up the top 2 loops from this peg of the set that we just attached on. Go to this peg, lift up the top 2 loops on your hook, and then this peg, top 2 loops. So you have all of those. It should be 6 loops on your hook. Now we are going to double loop a gold, and with your hook, your actual hook, pull it across those 3 pegs. Now get your wings. So you want to leave this here if it's your toothpick or whatever you're holding it with. I have my let me zoom out a bit. So have a wing handy. If it's bending away, you want it to bend down. So this one's bending down, and that would go in that side. So we're gonna go in through the first set, which should be gold loops. Go through all 4 loops, take off the tying band, and then this holding band, the gold double loop holding band that we just put on, you're gonna lift it up a little bit and pull it through those loops, and then replace it onto the peg. Actually, I'm gonna undo that. I think I held it wrong. Let me replace it, because mine came off. Sorry about that. So you want to hold it. So if it's like this, go down into the loops with your hook. So you're going down into them. And then grab the double loop band, the double loop holding band. Actually, no, don't go down. You want to go up with them. From down to up. Grab the double loop bands and pull them through. Just like that. So now it's on. I'm going to go into the second set. You can turn it over like that. I'm going to go down into those 4 loops of the next set, which should be all yellow. And then I'm going to grab the next double looped holding band from the next pegs, pull that through, and put it onto that peg. Next set, which should be neon orange and orange, go down into it, grab the next double loop holding bands, and pull them through and put it onto the next set. The last one, which should be all orange, take off the tying band, go there, you kind of need to stretch to get to it, and the gold bands go onto the peg. So it's like that. Now with our other wing, so it goes on like this, turn it over the other way. Go down into the 4 gold loops. Take off the tying band. And then grab the first set of double looped holding bands, and then pull it through, and then put it back onto that peg. We're going to go into the next set, which is 4 yellow loops. Take off the tying band. Grab the double looped holding band, pull it through, and put it onto the peg. Next set. Same thing that we've been doing. Go into the set. This is the last one. It's just all orange. And grab the last set of holding bands and put it on. So your wings are attached now. And make sure that you still have this right here holding these loops. Now we're going to attach the front legs. So grab a front leg. You want it to have the spots facing upwards and forwards towards the head. So this one would go right there. And then the other front leg, it looks like that, it would go right there. So I'm going to start out, my first front leg, go into the first set, which is the one that has the spots on it. Take off the tying band and put it on this first peg on the side, like that. And then go into the second set, all 4 loops, take off the tying band, and put it onto that peg, like that. we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So go into the first set, which is the gold bands that have the spot on them. All 4 loops, take off the tying band, and then put it on this peg, the far peg right there. And then go into the next set, take off the tying band, and put it onto the next peg. Like that. Now these loops that we've been holding on either a holding hook or a toothpick or pencil, whatever you're using, we're going to start to replace them. So the first 2 loops, we're going to put them back onto that peg. We're just putting them back on the pegs that we originally got them from. The 2 orange loops go in the middle. And then these last 2 gold loops go on this side. Now we can loop the sides, I think, twice. So dig down, grab the very bottom 2 gold bands, loom them up. Be very careful because they could snap easily. Dig down, grab the bottom 2, loom them up. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the bottom 2. You might need help with another hook so that to make sure that they do not snap. So we did those 2. I can loom once more on each side. So here's 1 on this side and 1 on this side. Now we're going to attach the back legs, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the middle. We'll get there after the back legs. So get your back legs. If it looks like this, make sure that the spots are facing up and in the same direction as the head, and then this one would go on the other side. So I'm going to go through the first set. It's the set of gold bands that has the light spot on it. And I'm going to place this on the 5th peg. It's the peg after the one we've loomed up to. Then go into the second set, take off the tying band, and place it on this peg. We're going to do the same thing on the other side with the other set. So going into the first, with the other leg. So going into the first set, take off the tying band, and put it exactly across from the side that we've already done it on. See how it's across? Just same thing on the other side. It's going into the next set. So both legs are attached. Now we can loom up on the side. We can loom over that. Don't loom all the way down, but just follow me and loom the sets that I'm gonna loom. So grabbing the very bottom 2 bands. Careful not to snap them. And don't grab the holding bands, because we're not supposed to loom those. So I'm going to stop right there on the 4th peg from the bottom. I'm going to stop there on both sides. So I'm going to stop there on both sides. Now we need to do the middle with the sail. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go, so the next set on the sail, I'm going to go down into that set, go through all 4 loops of orange, take off the tying band, and dig down into this first middle set, grab the bottom 2 orange bands, loom them up, pull them through the 4 loops on your hook, and loom it over onto the next peg. Then flip your sail over, go down into the 4 loops, the 4 next loops, and then dig down in the peg, grab the bottom 2 orange loops, pull them, loom up, pull through, loom over. Flip your sail over again. We're going to go down into the next 4 loops, dig down in the peg, loom up the bottom 2 orange loops, pull them through, and loom them over to the next peg. I'm going to do one more, so flip over your sail again, dig down into the next set, take off the tying band, dig down, loom up the bottom 4 loops, or bottom 2 orange loops, pull them through the 4 loops on your hook, and loom over. Now it's kind of getting kind of tight here, so I'm going to gently from the top take off a few sets that have already been loomed so they will not collapse. I'm going to take off like three on each side. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. Now we're going to continue attaching our sail. So go flip over your sail, go down into the next set, take off the tying band, dig down into the next peg, loom up the bottom 2 orange bands, pull them through 4 loops, loom them over. Same thing again, flip it over, dig down into the bottom, or actually just go through the next 4 loops of the next set, dig down in the peg, loom up the bottom 2 orange bands, pull them through the 4 loops, loom them over. Flip your sail over again, go into the next 4 loops, next set, dig down into the peg, loom up the bottom 2 orange bands, and pull them through that set and loom it over. I'm going to take off some more sets from the top, so it's not so tight and it won't snap as easily. Just don't take off too much. We're going to keep going. Flip over your sail, go into the next set, take off the tying band, dig down, loom up the bottom 2 orange, pull them through, loom over. So you've kind of got pretty repetitive, you kind of get it. Well, now it goes 2 ways. So what we're going to do is go down into the next set, and loom up the top 2, pull them through, and they go diagonally this way for me. And then I'm going to go in the opposite way. Then I'm going to go back in the opposite way. So like I would flip it over. Wait, let me figure something out really quickly. undo what you just did. Sorry about that. Don't loom the gold bands quite yet. I'm gonna... One sec, I'm gonna grab my SandWing. Just grabbing this because it has a similar tail thing going on. Okay, so just go through your set. Go through the set like you normally would. Go through the 4 orange loops. I'm going to zoom in. Go through the next 4 orange loops. Take off the tying band. Go down in here. Loom up the top 2 gold bands. Pull them through. They go there. I'm going to go back into this because there's 2 more gold bands. Loom those up and up to that next peg diagonally. I'm going to take off some more of the top sets that we've already loomed. Take off some tightness. Flip your sail. Go into the next set. Take off the tying band. And so what I'm going to do now, so I've got these 4 loops, I'm going to go into this set, loom up the bottom 2 gold bands. Then I'm going to go, without finishing that, I'm going to bring it over here, dig down, loom up the bottom 2 gold bands on this set. You might need a helping hook to make sure it doesn't snap or anything. And then you can pull all 4 of the gold loops through the 4 orange loops. And now the bottom 2 gold loops that you have on your hook are going to go onto this peg. And now you should have 2 gold loops left on your hook. You're going to loom those to that peg. Sorry that was super confusing. We're going to do the same thing again. So flip over your sail, dig down into these 4 loops, take off the tying band. I'm going to go into this set, loom up the top 2, or the bottom 2, and then go into this next set across, loom up the bottom 2, pull all 4 gold loops through the orange loops, bottom 2 go to that peg, top 2 go to that peg. Like that. One more time before we have to tie it off. So flip the sail over, go into this next set, taking off the tying band, going into this set, looming up the top 2 gold loops. Careful here because these are double looped. And then the next set, pulling all 4 gold loops through the orange loops. Bottom 2 go there, top 2 go there. Now we can tie off those 2 ends. And gently take this off of our loom. Beware, it is not complete. We still have to finish the tail before we're done with the body portion. And after that, we're going to wire it so it is postable, and then we'll make the belly and it will be done. So here's what it should, oh, I forgot to unzoom. So this is somewhat what it should look like right now. Now we have to do the rest of the tail. Okay, so now we're just gonna be doing the rest of the tail. So with double looped gold, go down in the middle from here 7 times, and then on this peg to do it, it's like 2 bands double looped. So the ways that you can do it are either getting 2 bands and double looping them on the loom like that, or if that's too hard for you, just double loop a band and then double loop another one on top of it. Same thing basically. And after you do that right here, go with 3 gold bands, then 3 gold bands, and then 2 gold bands going down twice, then going to the 3rd peg, diagonally 2 bands, and then go down once with 2 bands. And right here, you can either double loop a band for holding bands, or you can triple loop it, which is just double loop, just doing 1 more loop. So now we're going to get ready to attach our dragon. It should look like this. So go to this part where there's 2 gold ends, go into the left end, go through all 4 loops, take off the tying band, put it onto this peg, and then get the other one, go through all 4 loops, then take off the tying band and put it onto this peg. Now what we're going to do, lift up the top 2 loops from each peg of the sets that we just attached. So you should have 4 loops on your hook. And now we're going to put a holding band across these 2 pegs. You can either double loop or triple loop it. I'll triple loop it, I'll show you how. So first you can just double loop it, or actually just wrap a band around this peg 3 times instead of 2, and then just pull it across to the next peg. And now we can replace the bands that we have on our hook onto the peg that we got each set from. So my first 2 go right there, and then the next 2 go right there. Now we're going to go into our sail, go into the next sail set. Mine's this one. Go into all 4 loops, take off the tying band, go into this set first, loom up the bottom 2, don't loom them over yet or pull them through. Now go into this next set, loom up the bottom 2, so now you have 4 gold loops on your hook. Pull that through the orange loops, bottom 2 go onto that peg, and then the last 2 go into that peg. We're going to flip over our sail and do this once more. So go through all 4 loops, take off the tying band, go into this first set, take up or loom up the bottom 2 gold, go to the next set, loom up the bottom 2 gold, slide that through the 4 orange loops, and you can just put all 4 gold loops onto that peg. Flip over your sail, go into the next set, go through all 4 loops, take off the tying band, dig down into the next set, loom up the bottom 3, and just pull it through. Now it's getting pretty normal. So flip it over, go into the next 4 loops, dig down, loom up bottom 3 bands, pull it through. Now I'm going to take off some sets here to relieve some tension because it's super tight. Don't do too many though. Flip over your sail, go into the next set, take off the tying band, dig down. This is the set with the weird double loop thing. Loom that. Band came off. Flip over your sail, go down to the set, take off the tying band, and now it's double loop bands, so be careful not to break them. Flip it over. It's super repetitive, so you get what it is. You should get what it is now. So we're just gonna keep looming, flipping over our sail. And our sail is gonna start to get into the double looped bands too. I'm gonna take off some of these top bands because it's super tight. Flip it over. Taking off the tying band. Only a few more left to go. And Sunny does not have in the book series, she does not have a poison tail barb like other SandWings do, because she's part Nightwing. So I'm not going to include that in the design. It's not hard if you're not making her and you're just making a SandWing and you want to add it. All you have to do is like make the tip black. Sorry. And then you just 3 black bands, double loop black band, and then tie it off the black band. If not, we're just going to loom this and tie it off with a gold band. Taking this off the loom. And it has this loop right there. We're just going to hide that in the tail. So go in here, grab the loop, pull it through. Go into the next set, grab the loop, pull it in, next set, grab and pull. Just keep doing that until the loop is like hidden. You can't really see it. See, you can't see it anymore. So this is the end of this second video part. This is what you should have by the end of the video. Just Sunny's body and tail and everything. So in the next video part, we're going to be making her belly and attaching it, and it'll be done. In between that, I highly recommend wiring her so that it'll be posable and it'll look overall way better if you wire it. And if you don't know how, I have a tutorial on how to wire it I use one of my medium-sized dragons, which is a little bit bigger, but it's still the same techniques and same idea. So you can still use that if you need to learn how to wire your dragon. And yeah, thanks for watching. In the next part, just gonna make the belly and we'll be done. So good job so far. My next tutorial will probably be mini Nightwing, and I'll probably make Peacemaker. Yeah, comment anything if you have trouble, or what dragons you want me to make, or just creatures, I guess. I might make them. Subscribe. I'm getting close to 500 subscribers. Also, go check out my Instagram. I post a lot of stuff on there. I do like contests where you can win a dragon made by me. Custom. I have commissions open, so you can buy a custom dragon for me. Just message me. Yeah. So we'll see you in part 3.